Well, you know, the gem steak claims a lot of things. The potato, the finger steak, television, even the world's first ski chairlift. What if I told you that one of fall's stickiest treats might have started in a little shop on Main Street, Moscow? Hunter Funk takes us up and back.
Caramel apples, directly tied to Halloween, fairs, and the fall season. But long before caramel apples were sold at every fairground in America, there was Hunter's Candy Company.
Like a lot of small towns across the state, Moscow had its own, store for just about everything, and candy was one of those offerings.
Hunter's Candy Company, a mom-and-pop shop founded by Ray Hunter in 1929, after working in a candy shop for a few years. He later married Anna, and together they served up sweet treats.
We have two historic theaters downtown, and in between the theaters is a little tiny storefront. And the story is that when they were there, they would supply the candy for the movies. So people would stop in, get their candy, and then go next door to watch the movies at the Kenworthy or the New Art Theater.
In the 1930s, they developed something that would become the core of their store and Idaho history.
A lot of what we know that's referenced comes from a 1962 newspaper article written by John Mix, who was a longtime Moscow resident, one of the early families in Moscow. And so I tend to trust his knowledge of the town, and he is one that makes that claim that in 1936, Hunter's was the first to make a caramel apple with the soft caramel.
The Latah County Historical Society doesn't know how it came about, how it started, who had the idea, or what the recipe is today. But based on when other states claim to have created the caramel apple, the newspaper's date in Moscow is the earliest.
Those kinds of claims are so hard to prove because a lot of it is hearsay or, that became the lore. That's the local story. I don't know, if there are other towns that claim no, we were the first. There are none to my knowledge, and so I'm happy to just proclaim that yes, Moscow is the one.
It's now Moscow's caramel-coated claim to fame. Over time, students at the University of Idaho lined up for them, soldiers in World War II carried them in care packages overseas, and alumni would return back just to get a taste once again. Ray and Anna Hunter passed away in the late 70s and early 80s. Their shop closed not long after. The Latah County Historical Society would love to know where the recipes ended up to add to the history of the iconic sweet treat. But for now, they just hope that with every caramel apple this season, people remember it all started with a little mom-and-pop shop in Moscow.
Now we're in fair season. I'm sure there will be thousands of caramel apples consumed at the fair, and I hope that they think of Moscow when they eat that little bite because, we're a small town, but we can really have an impact, and I think a lot of small towns have that potential as well. There's something special about each of them.
And you heard her. They're looking for the caramel apple recipe. That's because the Historical Society says recipes are a big piece of history. And at the Latah County Fair, which starts next week, they're actually having people make recipes from the 1900s, and then they bring them, and the team, the Historical Society, taste test them. And this year, it's coffee cake with real coffee.
How else did you make coffee cake?
I mean,
Did Nellie make coffee?
I don't know.
Okay, so just because, if you Google caramel apples and the history
Yes.
thereof, the Hunters are not mentioned. It's
Correct.
like Kraft, the people that make, the cheese,
Yeah.
and this Mrs. Printables, but no Hunters.
If you look at the specific dates, she said 1938, if I have that correctly, and all these other dates are like 1942,
40s and 50s.
1950s. So technically, it was in a newspaper.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's true.
so the Spokesman Review back then had it. So I think it's pretty accurate.
All the news that's fit to print. All right.
Yes.
Hunters, good name.
Yeah, great name.
Thanks.